Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. We're going to start this everyday makeup look with a clean face. We're going to go in with TooFaced HangoveRX primer. I find that this primer is very hydrating and helps to keep the dryness around my acne marks at bay throughout the day. Also, it smells like coconut, which is nice. Next, we're going to go in with POREfessional. I use this in mainly my T-zone to try and hide some of the manly pores that I have. So I'm just going to put that on my nose, my cheeks. Next, I'm going to go in with NYX HD Color Corrector. I use this to try and mask some of the redness from my acne scars. So I just dot it on the really red parts and then buff it out with the Real Techniques foundation brush. Next, I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal True Match Lumi in Creamy Natural. I'm going to buff that in with my beauty blender. This is my first time using this foundation. I've always thought that I was on the oilier side, but I really liked the glow that this foundation gave to my skin. So I'm definitely going to be trying it out again. Next, I'm going in with the UrbanDecay Naked Skin Concealer in Light Neutral. I don't have under eye circles on a day-to-day basis, so I'm just using this concealer to highlight that section of my face to bring some dimension into my skin. After this, I'm going to set my face using the Airspun Translucent Powder. This is my first time using this powder as well, and it smelled funny, but I got used to it. I'm going to go ahead after this and do my eyebrows off camera, seeing as they're not my best friend. I'm going to prime my eyes using the same concealer I used before and buff that out with my finger. I put quite a bit, so I'm going to buff it out with 2 fingers. For this look, I used the Tartelette in Bloom palette. First color you're going to pick up is Smarty Pants on a Sigma E40 and buff that throughout the entire crease. Using less pressure towards the front of the eye, you want the most of the color to be concentrated on the outer V of your eye. Using that same E40 by Sigma, you're going to pick up Leader and put that in the same spot you put Smarty Pants, just building up the color and adding a bit of dimension to your eye. Blending, blending, blending. You're going to need to pick up more Leader as you go and blend that out into your eyebrow area using Smarty Pants. Just blend until you feel like you've got enough product on your eye to make a difference, but don't bring it up too high or too far in towards your inner corner. Using the 12S palette by Morphe brushes, you're going to want to pick up the first color in the 3rd row using your finger to apply the shadow. These shadows are very shimmery and quite chalky, so I feel as though you get the best color payoff when you use your finger. Apply that color to the middle of your lid all the way up to where Leader and Smarty Pants meet. Then I like to go in with that same E40 and just blend it to make sure that there's no harsh lines. Now grabbing the third color on the top row of that 12S palette from Morphe, you're going to apply that using your finger as well to the inner third of your eye. I chose to grab that Sigma E40 again and make sure that all those colors blended together and that there again were no harsh lines. Now taking Thunderstruck by Kat Von D on a flat shader brush by e.l.f., I'm going to highlight my brow bone and inner corner. I feel as though this color is the best brow bone highlight and inner corner highlight I've ever found in my makeup career. Just gonna curl those lashes and apply 2 coats of their Real mascara by Benefit. Curling my lashes and adding 2 coats of mascara really helps to prep them for false lash application. I have naturally long lashes, but I always like that extra oomph of lashes. And I get that from these lashes, which are Lana Lash by Huda Beauty. I mean, just look at those lashes. Next, I'm going to go with UrbanDecay 24/7 Glide On Velvets in Muse, lining my waterline and my tight line. Using a Morphe M507 brush, I'm going to take Activist from the Tartelette in Bloom palette and really smoke out my waterline. Using that same M507 brush from Morphe and Smarty Pants from the Tartelette in Bloom palette, I'm going to blend that waterline out so that it's not so harsh. Then I decided to grab that same E40 by Sigma and blend it out even further. And this is the final eye look. I went ahead and did my other eye off camera. Peace signs? Really, Megan? Now I'm going to finish the face, starting with TooFaced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. I'm just going to bronze up my face. I don't usually do any harsh contouring on a day-to-day basis, seeing as I have a 2-year-old and I'm not exactly free of time. So I'm just going to use my Real Techniques blush brush to really add that bronzer into the hollows of my cheeks, the tops of my forehead, and of course that double chin. Next, I'm going to use my Sigma F35 and the Anastasia contour palette, mixing the shades Vanilla and Banana to set my under eyes and really try to highlight them just a tad bit more. The Airspun powder was translucent, so I feel like this really helps to balance out that bronzer that I just added all over my face. Next, I'm going to go in with Benefit's Dandelion blush, adding that to the apples of my cheek and dragging it backwards. I like to do this to balance out my bronzer, and I tend to put on a junk load of highlight. So having that blush underneath that highlight and on top of that bronzer really helps to blend my whole cheek look together. Next, I'm taking What's Up by Benefit, a cream highlight, and just adding it to the tops, tippy tops of my cheekbones. Blending it out with my finger. Then I'm going in with Anastasia Beverly Hills Illuminator in So Hollywood, using her A23 brush that came with the highlighter. And I'm just going to pack it on my upper cheeks, dragging it up to the temples of my forehead above my eyebrow. I get really happy when it comes time to highlight my face, so I tend to go a little ham. I'm also going to highlight the Cupid's bow and the top of my chin, along with only the bridge of my nose. I found that highlighting the very tip of my nose makes it appear to be even bigger, which is not a good look for me. Next, I'm going in with Buttercup lipstick by Gerard Cosmetics. Here I'm looking through all three of my Gerard Cosmetics lip glosses. I have a thing with nudes, as I feel like a lot of women do, so I had to figure out which one I wanted to wear with Buttercup for that day, and I ended up going with Nude lip gloss. I'm just going to go ahead and set my face using UrbanDecay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Drying it off, and that completes the look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, don't forget to like it, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!